Hey, everybody. It's weird to say this, but our game's out now in
Finally.
America, at least.
Yes, after years.
Yeah. Agents of Mayhem has launched in America. It's coming out tomorrow, though, everywhere else. And also, like, if you're looking for the Steam version, it's already out worldwide. But it's people in the chat. I mean, I've been reading for a little bit. There's been some people hanging out. People saying that they really, really enjoy the combat, which makes me really happy because I feel like even after playing the game, seeing all the tweaks and stuff, it always felt like the combat was like the coolest part of our game. But yeah, hi, we're Volition. Agents of Mayhem, our new game, just came out, and we're going to be playing the first hour or so of the game, just talking about it, and yeah. I'm Josh Stinson, the video editor here at Volition. Today on the couch we got
Randy Nash, technical designer.
Stephen Horan, programmer.
And we have our community developer, Mike Watson, talking in the chat and doing a ton of stuff now that the game's out.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry you're so busy, Mike. But yeah, it's super cool to finally see the game out, especially... How many games have you guys launched?
Let's see now. Okay, starting with Saints Row 1. So there's Saints Row 1, 2, 3, 4, Red Faction Guerrilla, Red Faction Armageddon, and then Agents of Mayhem, so we're at 7.
Wow.
Sounds about right.
I'm at 1 now. Yay!
You always remember your first.
Yeah, it's...
Was it special? Did you give it to somebody special, Josh?
Yes.
Good.
My parents are really excited that I worked on a video game. they're really excited that I worked on a video game in that, like, this is too much, guys, way, so...
Yes, my parents were very proud when I showed them Saints Row, and one of the opening scenes in Saints Row was this shot of, starting the... What was it? Starting the I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. Was it Snatch?
Snatch.
Yeah. The Snatch activity and the starting. When they introduce you to it, right? They have this cutscene of you interacting with a oh my gosh, Of course, I'm going to brain fart on the thing, But what I'm trying to get at, the really awkward moment, of course, was where the camera pans in on this hoe who is
just dig right in there.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's what they were called in Saints Row.
Yes.
Okay. That couldn't have been south of 300 pounds, right? And the camera takes this nice close shot, right, right on their backside.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's trying to make a gag about, how this guy needs more attractive workers. Yes, I felt.
And that's the first thing they saw?
Well, one of the first things they saw.
Oh boy, Mom, Dad, yes. I can explain.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, but yeah.
Excuse me while I turn red over on this side of the couch. Just remembering it.
Oh man, but yeah. For people who haven't picked up the game yet, or are curious what it is, or they just want to see us talk about it, we're gonna play through the first hour or so of AOM here. It's weird to play the game normally after working on the game in very small chunks, where it's just I'm gonna play with God mode on and have Hollywood shoot his grenade 18 times because I need a really good shot of Hollywood shooting his grenade.
Yep.
So yeah, let's just jump right in.
There's definitely some things you discover once you start turning off all the things that made life easy for you during development.
Yeah. And one of our nice 2D cutscenes made by Powerhouse. We've shown lots of their concept art in our previous streams and all that.
And these things were always fun to watch as they came online too, because you get so used to just saying new game and then sitting on a loading screen, and as soon as you start seeing these things come online, you start thinking, oh, they're actually making a game. This is awesome.
Yeah. Because even when I was working on this game, there were lots of times where earlier in development, so like every time I grabbed a new build, like every day, like something changed, or so like every week or so, not every week, but every once in a while I grab a new build and I replay a mission I had played before, and all of a sudden, oh, the final cutscene's in here. Mm-hmm. What? Before it was either a black screen that said insert cutscene.
Yep.
Or it was like a really rough storyboard with temp VO from people in the office.
Yeah.
Black and white sketch images.
Yep.
We showed keyframes.
Yeah, we showed what Pierce's or Kingpin's intro looked like back when it was like all just storyboarded stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, it's funny being the guy in charge of, or being the guy who did most of the scripting for Spin-Off 1. I think I might have been the last person actually to know when all of the final assets got put in. I mean, part of it is just because you get into the habit of just skipping past it all really super fast, right?
Yeah.
Even once they do start plugging in the temporary stuff, okay, you're just kind of like, okay, I've got a thing that I'm testing, next piece of gameplay, next, cleaning up the next bug, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, and when you're doing this 20, 40, 50 times a day,
mm-hmm.
you're not going to sit through the temp assets
yeah.
every time. You're going to get into a habit of just mashing the button, quick, get me in.
Yeah.
And plus, I mean, we hook up the thing that says, hey, play this thing, but we're not really always responsible for all the things that go into that thing you send to play. So as long as it plays, it's into somebody else's hands, and you got to work on your own scripting side of things to make sure everything else works.
Oh yeah, so far we haven't even finished loading, the script for my stuff yet.
Yep.
We have tracked both to a facility beneath Seoul, South Korea. Your objective is twofold, agents. One.
Actually, no, wait, come to think of it.
Two.
I think maybe we've loaded it and we're watching the first cutscene play after it starts.
The base's attention to you. Hard tack. While they're distracted, take out the facility.
I don't remember where that division is, and Spin-Off 1 is such a weird special snowflake.
No questions. Good.
It is definitely a snowflake.
Yeah.
So you were mentioning here before you started the stream that earlier in the game's development you would voice Hollywood during meetings.
Yes. So before we had voice acting in for Hollywood, we had all of his lines in the subtitles, and since we didn't have voice acting, in order to sort of get a sense of in meetings and whatnot how the conveyance would probably play out, I would actually read all of like Hollywood's and Fortune's and Hardtack's lines, trying to take a guess at what their cadence would be like, what kind of personalities they would have, how they would deliver their various lines.
Hey, good looking.
So yeah, this is the first mission, which we have not shown yet actually. Everything we've shown in streams has been at least beyond the first two missions of the game.
Before you... okay, never mind.
What do you want to bring up?
Oh, well, there's an optional line if you just walk up to the door and don't shoot the control panel.
Right. I could restart from checkpoint. Did it checkpoint me already? Do you know?
Probably not.
Let's see. No, it's not going to checkpoint you until after you step through the door, or it shouldn't.
Can always try.
Yeah, let's try. Let's see that. Let's see if we can get. We already hit the checkpoint.
Never mind.
I'm really good with lining up Hollywood's grenades to hit stuff from midair very quickly because I've had to record it so much. Because it was like one of the really early on when I was capturing footage for internal stuff and trailers. It was like, oh, this is one of the things we can do early on with one of our agents that's done already. That looks really cool. So. It's just one of the. It's why even though I have characters I probably prefer more to have in my squad when I play this for real now, I still use Hollywood a lot. Just got played as him probably the most. And it's just he just...
Cue the action music.
He just works.
really early on in
You're
Hollywood's
quoting one of your
development, trying to
movies,
figure out
aren't
the
you?
scripting
First
for
off,
his
Fortune,
grenade
it was a film.
because we didn't have any
But you recognized it, huh?
Let's
thing
focus
to
on
make
the
it
job.
easy to. I want to put a grenade there and have it launch from him, and so trying to figure out the trajectory math to make the grenade hit where you want it to hit was very interesting.
Yeah.
I hope all of that scripting has gone away now.
Holy shit. I think I found D-Bab's chemistry set. Hold on, I'll shut it down real quick. Uh-oh.
What do you mean, uh-oh? What happened?
I think I made the glowing ball
So
angry.
it's kind of funny because like this room in particular gave me a lot of headaches because we wanted to have the ability for the player to break the rules, to stop following the directions and just kind of dick around if they wanted to. So for instance, you didn't have to go straight through that door. You could have totally just gone ahead and shot the Dominator core before entering
Well,
this room.
shit.
Right.
And the mission would react to that. The funny part is that this was in pursuit of this goal of encouraging rule breaking as a general rule through the game,
I kind of
and then we never delivered on that in like anywhere else.
Energy, man.
Shoot, don't shoot. Look, I don't have time for something.
What is going on? Hell troopers! I demand a status report! Babylon knows we're here now. Good going, Woody.
Enough. Just get to the rendezvous point.
Somebody was asking what happens if you jump right into the core.
You'll take damage.
Yep.
And if you and if you're foolish enough to stand directly on the core for long enough, you will eventually die.
You all as psyched as I am?
Ready and waiting, Tech.
It's,
Just need you to
it-
take out these turrets.
No problem.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, I've tried jumping into the core before.
Critical system.
It just hurts you a lot.
Placeholder programmer effects that
On
turn
our way
into
in
shipping
now.
effects.
Thanks, Tech.
Oh, is that what that was?
So the the artists, provided the holographic turret mesh, and the artists provided the shader effect that made it all wibbly wobbly. But the transition from blue to red what originally was a placeholder programmer effect, and it shipped.
Huh. I mean, it looks good, so yeah, cool.
Did the job.
This is also a mission where I have to restrain myself a little bit because I've played the mission enough, for recordings here and stuff for a whole bunch of different reasons that I know where all the enemies are coming from. So if I really want to, I can just make a mad dash to all the doors and just shotgun them in the face the instant they step out the door.
Yeah, I would probably not be able to resist at this point. It is just
just going up and just I know you're coming out there.
Yeah, just muscle memory.
Anyone know why Persephone has such a hate-on for this guy?
Other than his being one of the bad guys?
and doing other shortcuts
Let's not
like
forget that our boss
you can
is
kill
one of the
guys
bad
with the
guys,
blasts from the door panels next to the doors.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
So
These
if
are
you're not
all
close
hot
enough to
speedrunning
actually-
tips for. Has anybody? Do you guys know if people from QA have done speedruns of this game yet?
I haven't
know.
heard.
Because I know that some of the QA people here still know how to do their speedruns for SR2
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'm with Hollywood. Where you at, Fortune?
I mean, I'm sure QA has set, reasonably impressive speedrunning, records for the game. Like,
Nice job.
I would guess somewhere around the 6-hour mark. It would be my guess. But I don't know for sure.
Damn it. This is only my first day.
There you are, my pretties. Just need to take out a couple pendejos first. Just need a second to activate the lift, and here come some bad guys.
You need a hand?
For these rank and file chumps? I don't think so. Just hold tight. I'll meet up with you in a sec.
Fortune was always satisfying to play with.
Yeah.
Even from the beginning, her cannonball just was so satisfying.
Her cannonball is fun, and I really like how her guns flip from, the normal firing mode to the overcharged firing mode.
Yep.
That is also really satisfying.
That was something we have. I'm trying to think now. How many characters do we have that have a sort of overheat mechanic to their? They work differently. Like there's Fortune and then there's Yeti.
Yeah.
They both have kind of an overheat thing or a overcharge.
Well, there's also
but they all work really differently.
Well, there's also the roller derby agent.
Mm-hmm. Right, Daisy.
Yeah. Daisy, yes.
Yes, she also has a similar type of mechanic thing, but I always enjoy when games have play styles that are based around like purposefully overheating something because it gives you some other kind of temporary advantage or something like that, like
or just kind of have a tempo to them.
Yeah,
right?
or a tempo where you're not just shooting, you're shooting, overheating, doing the big blast, cooling down, shooting the cannonball like while your guns are like cooling down because you can't fire.
And up go the goods.
Yeah, just having some type of rhythm to them is what I really like. Like even Hollywood, who's like the dude who he's the assault rifle guy. Eventually, develops a rhythm too, because either like by building him to like have a mayhem that goes on for a really long time, or like constantly just dropping grenades or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I like the mayhem build a little bit more, but the grenade one's also pretty fun.
Yeah.
Let's go kill us a bad doctor.
Hell yeah! Franchise.
One of these days, I'll actually get to experiment with some of that because my experience with AOM is pretty much spin off one and then Heaven Sent. The first two schemes in the game.
Yep.
I have literally never played Agents of Mayhem past the mission where you unlock red card.
Oh boy. It's nuts to like think that like some game devs, depending on what they're working on, might not even play through the full game until like it's done. But it's like you get real busy, real quick.
Yeah, we try to set aside time to do full playthroughs when we can.
Yeah, like we do office-wide stuff like that at certain points.
But eventually the game just gets so big you can't really play through all of it in the amount of time.
At least not repeatedly, for sure.
Yeah.
Like our game we do everything. It takes a while now.
Well, I mean, if you're not speedrunning, I mean, even the crit path takes like 15 hours. So
like
that's more than 2 full work days if you're just doing crit path. Mm-hmm. But our games are not, our games are not built for the player to be just on crit path, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
you really want to do everything.
All of this open world stuff that you're supposed to be, that you're supposed to also enjoy. Hopefully, we'll also enjoy.
Especially just because with in this game, especially like doing all the side stuff, like unlock stuff that's so useful for crit path. Just like getting the extra gadgets and all the crystals and stuff is just like super key to making these agents like play really good, or maybe not play really good, but like wreck stuff really good.
Mayhem! I should have known. You fools.
I always really enjoy his turn to the camera there because it looks like he practiced it.
That's what he does in his off time.
Do you have any clue as to how much danger?
See, so there we go. Now we have the answer to Hollywood's question about whether or not he ad-libbed it.
Yeah.
Right. The answer is no.
Well, you are too late, I'm afraid. Just a few.
Babylon totally rehearses things.
You will not stand a chance against
he doesn't trip over any words ever. So like this, what he's saying right here.
Or the Morning Star.
Was that ad-lib?
See, there we go. Was that ad-lib? And the answer, clearly by now, no.
The Ministry of Pride will be the crown jewel in Legion's mighty crown!
Blanche, man. I just want to kill you, all right?
Oop. I almost did what I wanted to do. Wanted to dash right into those barrels and just blow them up. That's what I do like every time I play this mission now. It's my routine.
Do not fret though, Agent, for I have a final present for you. And Persephone.
Does it rhyme with Docklet Dover Dairies?
Just you wait.
Just just get heart attack while you're right up in his face here.
Oh yeah, shotgun him in the head a couple of times and he's done.
Yeah.
Funny how that works.
Once again, Mayhem, you show no thought, no consideration. You're only brutes with bullets. Isn't that right? What is it they say? When all you have is a hammer. Every problem looks like a nail. Farewell, Mayhem. And to you, my sweet pet, have fun in your new home.
I really like the voice we have for Babylon.
It's very fitting for the character.
Yeah.
Yep. He sounds like a good villain.
That thing Babylon released was a point thing dynamo, right?
A 0-point dynamo. And yeah, it was. If it gets out into the city, it is bad news.
I hope this place is insured. Whoa, better watch myself.
We gotta get the F-U-C-K out of here. Better jump.
I've never been at that point with heart attack before, so I've never heard that line until today. Wow.
No way I'm gonna catch that dynamo moving this slow. Fortune, see what you can do.
On it. Oh yeah, much better. I ain't dying because of Hollywood's fuck up. Get in here, pretty boy.
Wait, what? Why me?
Cause you broke the bear, that's why.
I don't know how many times we iterated this ending sequence. I have completely lost track, and I know that the version that we shipped, you know, is like really simplified and whatnot. It's just that one corridor followed by, you know, the cutscene. But at one point in development, it was going to be this really long, you know, platform ride with the players shooting out at NPCs and whatnot. You know, watching the base fall apart and getting chased by the gravity dominator that the player shoots, you know, earlier in the mission.
Yeah, I remember that. That was the idea, but I don't think it ever got beyond just like the platform ride part.
Yeah.
Right.
But at that point, it seemed like everybody agreed like this platform ride isn't great, so we moved to the the exploding.
We could have done things to try to make the platform ride better. That really wasn't what killed it. What killed it were difficult questions involving things like hardtack special, being able to teleport an AI onto the platform. But the platform, for technical reasons, couldn't have nav mesh, which the AI needed to be able to move around.
Right.
So if you took a Legion guy and speared him with hardtack's teleharpoon, you know, they would teleport right in front of you onto the platform and then just kind of stand there and do nothing. Which was, you know, which looks really bad and is really dumb. And, well, there was really nothing we could do about it technically to solve it. And I forget exactly what the reasons were behind that, because that wasn't really my wheelhouse. But that ended up being ultimately why we cut it down to just run down the hallway and jump. And even that we iterated a whole bunch of times. We wanted to try to convey to the player that there was, you know, that the gravity dominator was there, but that we wanted them to make a leap of faith,
right?
Okay, onto a platform that maybe they couldn't see. I don't know.
I'm pretty happy with where it ended up though, with like the wall getting ripped down and stuff. It was pretty cool to see get put in.
Yeah, but the only thing that I would have liked to see would have been maybe something where like a blown up version of the gravity dominator chases the player from behind. You know, to sort of reinforce the whole, well, we're definitely not going back.
Wait, what happened in that lair?
We found D-Babs, but he unleashed one of his glowing orb things into Soul.
From what I'm seeing, that dynamo is channeling enough energy to level Soul.
I do not care about the dynamo or Soul. I care about Dr. Babylon being dead.
Persephone, babe, don't worry. Friday and I will have this wrapped up in no time.
You better, Agent. You better.
This area here was earlier in development. This area was one of the ones that like first got a decent amount of polish on it, from what I remember. So it's always been really cool to see how this thing finally ended up. Because even near the beginning, this was like, oh, this is our really pretty area. You know, that got some focus.
On the drugs, or Wait, am I the only one seeing this orb?
Welcome to the post-Devil's Night world, Agent. Anymore, people are used to Legion dropping doomsday devices on them. I dare say they almost expect them.
And it just moved.
It moved, huh? Curious.
Oh, right. This thing coming up, once I get close to that, is the first cutscene I worked on that you see in the game. I mean, it's not the first one I worked on. It's just the first one of mine you see.
I'm in the area, Friday.
But I was responsible for capturing the gameplay, the in-game stuff for all the enemy intros. I didn't do the end cards we have that pop up. That was mostly Brian Louie in UI, who no longer works here. But I had I told this story once before, but I'll actually bring it up again because it was just like a really quick aside when I mentioned it before. But I don't know if either of you saw these, but I made earlier versions of those enemy intros just because we were trying to figure out like what we wanted them to be like. And one of the things I had for like the little rough end cards that would come up with like, you know, a frozen pose of the enemy looking cool and stuff was, wow, those guys are getting run the hell over. Eat that. The city of soul's on my side today. But one of the ideas I had earlier was that when it would freeze on the image of them doing a cool pose, it also had like fake G.I. Joe stats with them, like, you know, on the back of the G.I. Joe cards.
Yep, I remember that.
And I made up 3 stats. One was like power, then brains, and then for the third one I was like, I don't know what to write down for this, so I just put down gusto.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Which was funny because I think even the turret had that as well.
Turrets had gusto as well,
Yes.
yeah. The Legion tech is really advanced. Turrets can have gusto if they want.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that I was never around, but apparently lots of people in the studio would bring up gusto as like a joke, so I'm happy to at least contribute there.
Yes. Your legacy will live on.
Now if I can just fit gusto into every video game I work on ever.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah. I'm always a fan of like the dashing forward shotgunning people in the face thing with hardtack. This is one enemy intro I didn't work on. This was entirely cinematics because it required a lot more, you know, unique animation rather than just having enemies play out the normal animations.
Right.
It looks super rad though. Or homunculus. There is an earlier version of the Golem too that was he looked different, but you eventually changed him to this because this version looks way cooler.
Never mind. You take care of that.
Yeah, it had actually been a while since I played this mission, and then one day I was just like, oh, I need to check out a bug here. And then the new Golem was in, and it just totally caught me by surprise.
Bummer. I completely forgot that before starting the stream, I wanted to save Hardtack's Mayhem for this fight, because there's a cool pro tip. You know, you're fighting the Golem, and he's got the dynamo in his chest, which is his weak point. Shooting him anywhere else does a lot less damage, or just doesn't do damage, really. I wanted to save Hardtack's Mayhem, because if you activate it and shoot all 3 of his mines directly onto his chest and detonate him, it's like an instant kill on him. It does so much damage. As long as they're directly on his weak points, they do critical hits.
Wow.
Yeah. If it's not instant kill, it's like near instant kill. It's awesome when you do it.
Yeah, that sounds even faster than my technique, which is to save Hollywood's, which is to pop Hollywood's ultimate.
I'll see you back at the Ark, Agent.
Yeah, I think that's probably the fastest way to do it is with Hardtack's Mayhem. So again, another hot speedrunning tip. If anybody in the chat or watching this on YouTube likes to find new games to speedrun, Hardtack's Mayhem, save it. You get a free one in his tutorial.
Yep.
Let's see, what are we getting here? Okay, not my favorite gadget, but still useful. I like that one because I'm usually
nothing
about
wrong with that one.
Yeah, that one I like a lot.
That just seems.
I like this one a lot too, actually. Gaining haste after you shoot for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, speaking to my appreciation of Fortune's tempo changing, mechanic.
Yeah.
I just got to say that particular ability to shoot faster but overheat faster, that just seems like that's too positive to me.
Do not squander this final opportunity.
Yes, Morningstar. I have a plan. Behold, the Cermak Comet. The crystal and...
Of course, our comet, named after Dan Cermak.
Yep.
Yep.
It took me entirely too long to make that connection.
Oh, really?
I
I remember when like the storyboarded version of this was in the game. It's like the Cermak comic. It's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. I think I was just so like heads down in things at the time. I was just like, okay, yeah, there's a comet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's people watching on YouTube. Dan Cermak's our studio general manager.
Right. Well, since it seems we're going to be in Seoul for a bit, let's get our bearings. Can you get to higher ground?
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the line from Red Faction Guerrilla and the and this this guy that you would pal around with on his bike and blow stuff up. Jenkins, I think, was the name we shipped with for him.
I think you're right.
Right, and he's got this line. I know how we can stop the EDF. We crash a moon into their base.
There's a crystal on the way up here. Ah, there it is.
Tomorrow Tech Expo main pavilion. Have a look around while I find us a suitable spot to call down a warp generator.
I line myself up here. Well, if I miss, I have a triple jump, so it's not really that hard. There we go. Yep. And yeah, for something I forgot to bring up while doing the boss fight there, is just like big props to like all of our video effects people, because like that fight in particular is full of them, and they're all really awesome looking. I really love the look of the Golem fight.
Our VFX team was definitely spot on for this game.
Yes, they are. The particle effects and all that are like my favorite part of our game visually. Like they just look so good.
Welcome to the Tomorrow Tech Expo. Here you will find new inventions by...
I'm also a really big fan of all the cute mascots in our city, although I believe a lot of them were from our outsourcers who were making just a lot of extra assets for our city and stuff. I think they're the ones that gave us the really cute, like, ramen ball dude and the owl. But I love each and every one of them.
Yes.
Look at all this. Seoul certainly means it when they say building the city of tomorrow, yeah?
And that guy. They're everywhere.
I think I found the perfect spot, Agent. Seoul's Tranquility Temple. Head there and set the beacon for a warp point, yeah?
All right. It took me a while. I made this bink as well, and I was like trying to find the perfect place in this city that was like, where can I chain every single platforming ability we got? And I settled with this place. This was when the city was still a little bit in flux, so every time I was getting a build, it was like, oh no, that building's different now. I was like, damn it. All right, I can't scan for chests yet. I need an upgrade.
Happy?
Yeah, happy as a shark sniffing blood.
You guys aren't gonna sell me out, are ya?
What's this? Reality TV star Rod Stone is accepting blame for his fuck-up?
Look, we all made mistakes in that lair.
Yeah, sure. Of course, some of us made bigger mistakes than others.
The Seoul Tranquility Temple welcomes you.
Yeah, this area was another area that early on was fairly polished because we were using it for like our little vertical slice stuff for E3 2 years ago and all that. But yeah, another favorite area of mine is just, especially if You're over here. You get like the whole city.
Sacred temple turned field office.
Come see me as soon as you get in, Agent. All right. Call down the warp generator and let's get you home. And teleportation capability is online in Seoul. Come on back to the Ark, Agent.
All right.
Look at you. Pathetic. Are you conquering the world? Are you inventing a new science? Get back to work.
Oh, you heard him.
Welcome back to the Ark.
Man, that's another one of those PSAs I have not heard yet.
Yeah.
So many of them.
Coordinating our plan. In the meantime, Claymore requested a word with you.
All right. I'm going to ask Mike Watson, our community developer. There is a really cool Easter egg in the Ark. Is it okay if I show it? Or should I just say there's a cool Easter egg in here, everybody? Try and go find it. Because we mentioned that there's something cool here before, but we've never shown it. I know for a fact some people on the internet have found it, though. Along with a couple other Easter eggs I didn't know were in the game until like fans found them. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I see a sure show it from DS Volition.
Okay, rad. We'll show it in a second. I'm excited to show this one.
Oh, welcome to the armory there. Hey, I heard about what happened in Babylon.
I believe this is one of the classic cases of a bug that we thought was so amusing that we just turned it into an Easter egg.
Oh, is it? I didn't know the origin of this Easter egg. I just thought it was like
So the origin, the origin of this Easter egg is that there was a bug with the IK on the animations, right?
Okay.
When characters are standing on something, we don't know exactly where, we don't know exactly how they're standing on like a slanted surface or something. Right. And so we use, IK techniques to figure out where to plant the character's feet.
Right.
And then based on where we plant their feet, we will then readjust their waist center point, okay, to match that. And we had a bug with that. Where that was not settling on a stable answer.
Uh-huh.
But it created a hilarious effect that somebody in the studio took a video capture of and then set it to music. And we thought that was so amusing and entertaining that we turned it into an Easter egg.
Yeah.
We got different music, and we did a few other things to polish it up a little bit to make to really sell the joke.
Hey, there you
But
are. Oh, I just got the fabric.
Yeah. Well, after I'm done talking with Gremlin here and doing her little tutorial thing, we'll go do that. I mean, also we have the much more obvious Easter egg of Gordon, please return my crowbar under that sheet of paper there.
Now that's one I don't follow. Gordon, please return my crowbar?
Half-Life. Gordon Freeman. He's always hitting crap.
Gordon. I'm sorry,
Gordon.
I didn't hear the second syllable.
Oh.
Gordon. Gotcha.
When I find out who is responsible, I'm taking you down.
All right. So,
See you on the flippy floppy. Stephanie wants a word.
in the Ark, like in each little area that, one of the base agents is at, they have a whole bunch of stuff that you can examine. They'll talk about it. They have a whole bunch of little, voice clips. You can examine her canine corgi dog robot. But if you go specifically into Gremlin's area and you go all the way back over here and then look at this pipe and interact with it.
Oh gosh,
I love that it keeps going even when you're jumping too. Like it looks great. I love it.
That's amazing.
That's the first Easter egg I spotted on my own when I was playing this, aside from the Gordon Freeman notice. But yeah, that's that. It's pretty great. There's another Easter egg that I just learned about because I saw a fan tweet a video of it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I forget exactly where it is in Seoul, but I'm sure you can find it if you just search Twitter, because that's where it was. of there's a hidden head doing Gangnam Style dance. They're like hidden inside of a van, like in the back of a van. You just have to find this specific parked van, and they're just dancing there, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, I had no idea that one existed at all until somebody posted it.
Well, I don't know that I'm wondering if that's even an official Easter egg.
Agent. What?
Because we have had the occasional unofficial Easter egg slip into our products.
May have yielded.
Oh, you mean like the one I put in? I can point that one out too. Hold on.
To be more than just a brief pit stop. We need to find out what the doctor's designs are. Friday has the details. Go see her. Now go back to work before I have Carol in HR enact a performance review.
Yeah, it's a, well, Easter egg, but, so we have this monument or memorial here dedicated to all the fallen agents in the game, which is, it's our staff credits, and there's a call for like, hey, if you want a nickname here, we'll put it in here. So like, if you didn't have a nickname, you're one of Hollywood's many stunt doubles who have perished. We already scrolled past me, but my nickname is just a nickname I've used for videos in the past before I even started working here. It's Hank T. Chog. People who are fans of my stuff know exactly what that is, and everyone else who doesn't, they have no idea it means anything. It's just a real dumb character I made up for a gag that's shown up a couple times. But yeah, that's my goal in every video game I ever work on. I'm going to put that name or that character in there somehow.
Nice.
I guess it's a little official. They did ask for nicknames. Deep Sonic lore, that's right. The 3 people in the chat who know what I'm talking about. Oh, actually, before we go out, I should upgrade these people. Yeah, that was just like good. Why wouldn't I want that? That's also good. I guess for people curious, like if I just shoot for a long time, Hollywood's going to start running fast. And if he dashes near enemies, their attack goes down, so does their defense. Everything I put on Fortune, I got lucky with the gadget rolls, and they're all like related to either keeping her shields up or making her overheat faster. So she can do the powerful shots more. And I also put the 2 upgrade points I have into making her overheat recover faster, so I can get back doing that even quicker. Hardtack, I just always increase reload speed. And then Hollywood is just makes Mayhem longer. Those are the ones I always go for first now, it seems. I feel like everybody immediately gravitates towards making Hollywood's Mayhem even better with their first core upgrade, because it's like such a, for me at least, feels like a no-brainer, but I'm going to be weird and upgrade Fortunes instead, because it makes her gun stay overheated for her entire Mayhem.
Oh, wow.
Which is rad.
Yeah.
Actually, let's put stuff on him too. Greater range, slightly less damage, I think is okay. Okay, so at this point, you know, people have seen us deploying to the city before, but oh right, Man of Iron. Boink. I really love his beard. Like, I know it's the beard of that character, but like I just like to imagine this as like the, you know how in Star Trek, if there's an evil version of you from an alternate universe, they just have a beard.
Yeah.
All the Mirror Universe episodes.
Yeah, it's like when Spock had a beard. He was evil Spock. The instant I get like the choice of like change difficulty level, I go up to 6 right away. I play this enough that anything lower than that is too easy for me.
It's child's play.
Yeah. Now watch me promptly die or like get run over or something.
Good. You all as psyched as I am?
Wow, I forgot that his feet, like the soles of his shoes glow with the Iron Man. Excuse me, Man of Iron, costume that is not based on anything in real life at all. Let's equip that Gremlin Tech. Oh yeah, that looks great at night. I haven't seen the skin at night yet, actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad looking.
Is it on his palms too? Or just the backs of his hands?
Just the backs of his hands looks like, yeah. So yeah, I don't think we've shown any of these missions either, actually. Yeah, we've never shown recruiting Rama. So, see, how much time do we have?
Well, this won't actually be the
this will be the one
Rama.
prior.
This will be immediately prior to recruiting Rama.
Yeah, and yeah, we totally have enough time to recruit Rama. Yeah, let's speed run it. Let's see what I can do.
Gotta go fast.
I did put it on level 6 difficulty, so that's gonna stop me from doing that.
Well,
I'll be fine.
If we're going to find out what Babylon and his Ministry of Pride are up to, we should start at the obvious source and beat up some Legion troopers, yeah?
Friday. I doubt some lowly grunt is gonna know Babylon's master plans.
Well, Legion uses drop pods to deploy troops rapidly. Get close to the launcher so I can determine where its command signal comes from. That should tell us where to look next.
So, no interrogation scenes? Here I was gonna put on my bad cop persona.
Suddenly, I'm glad we ain't captured nobody.
Alright, this is going better than when I played this at home. Like the day before the game came out, we all got our own physical copies of the game. So I was playing it for a while before the night before it came out. And oh god, Hollywood, no. He was down to 1 point of health. Yeah, this is the difficulty I like it on. I like to get a little beaten up in this game. It feels a lot more challenging to me. Let's see. Back to him so people can recharge. I'm not sure. Hollywood was in a real bad way there. Oh god, hardtack's in a bad way. Hollytack, I almost said.
Getting better.
Oh, fortuitous timing on 11.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was great actually. Okay, let's hack this really quick. All perfect hacks. Look at me.
There you go.
Frame perfect.
If you fire at its weak points. Got it. Putting the location of Legion's outpost into your SIN. Oh dear. It seems when Legion controls an area, they put numerous diabolical machines all over. Drop pod launchers, ice barrage weapons, and other terrible things.
So how do we stop Legion from deploying those evil things?
Hopefully by taking over the outpost. There's an elevator platform on the ground. Hack the console there and use the platform to reach the roof.
No problem. I always make it to the top.
Now I'm just thinking about whether air dash or the wall climb ability is better for speedruns. Maybe the wall climb? I don't know.
I would say it's the air dash.
Yeah.
Because you really cover more ground with the air dash.
That's true. It probably helps you keep momentum up more than the wall climb. The wall climb is better, I guess, if you mess up real bad. You're starting a fall or something, but...
Or if there's a spot where you need to get just a little bit more height, bypass a longer traversal route or something.
Well, don't forget that you can still call your car.
Yeah,
that's true.
In fact, you can, even though the game hasn't told you can call your car yet.
Yeah, you can totally call it right now.
Call your car.
Whoa. It's also funny that wasn't like it's just a coincidence, but the first place the game has you take over here is like the one I also had to play a ton for E3 demos. So it's like I know the layout of this place like the back of my head, and also my head, which I know extremely well for some reason. I have lots of mirrors at home.
I was just about to ask.
Okay. Back to blowing stuff up. get here quick enough, or too many people get in my face and I have a harder time hacking. Okay, he dropped his grenade. Let's go. Hooray! Oh God.
Did it?
I did.
Okay. There we go.
It's just, there was a grenade there the instant I was like about to get out of the hacking screen. I was like, oh no! At least it was hard hack, so I'd be able to still live, probably.
Wonderful. In the future, you can use a Mayhem-controlled outpost to see Legion activity in the area. Though be careful attacking other Legion outposts now. My guess is they'll fortify their defenses with each one we take. Now, I just need some time to decrypt this data.
Perfect! Then the agents can head to the location I just sent them.
Gremlin, what are you up to?
Well, with Legion now weak in this area, Mayhem can grab a few places of our own. Like a place I can meet up with the agents, for example.
That sounds like good information, Gremlin.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, Hardtack. When you get there, just set up some signal blockers outside the building so Legion can't find us.
This information we downloaded doesn't make sense. It looks like Babylon's takeout order from Scooter's genuine all-American charbecue.
And now I'm hungry.
Friday, let me see that order.
Oh, Miss Brimstone. I didn't know you were listening in. Of course, here you are.
Oh, hey, if you're placing an order, I'll take a jumbo rack of ribs and...
This is not an order for takeout, Agent. This is an old Legion code. Friday, come to my office. I'll show you how to decrypt the data.
Yes, Persephone. On my way.
And Friday, I'm sending you a list of agents. Send up the signal and get them into Seoul. Now. We will start with Agent Rama.
Of course. I can do that.
So, no barbecue then? Damn.
I do kind of want barbecue today, actually.
Yeah. I was just sitting here. What am I going to do?
How fortuitous. There's a barbecue place right down the road. But yeah, it's still really weird to just be playing this game like a game.
Yes.
It's.
Do you ever catch yourself dying, forgetting that you didn't have a cheats on? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so used to, for capture purposes, just playing the game with God mode on, and then sometimes I die and I'm like, fuck.
Do you know where all the crystals are?
No, there are so many. I don't actually know how many. I forget how many crystals there are in the game. It's a lot.
There's a ton.
I mean, I'm familiar with where a lot of crystals are, but yeah, I definitely don't know where all of them are.
I mean, describe a ton. I mean, are we talking about like Crackdown orbs a ton, or are we talking about like Breath of the Wild Korok seeds a ton?
It's less than there are Korok seeds for sure. There are not, you know, at least not picking up in the world. There are not 900 shards. Still quite a lot though. Oh wait. Screwed it up. What's funny about these Gremlin meetups is I don't know exactly when these were put in the game, these specific rooms, but I did not know what these rooms were in the game until I was like playing it for real like a week or so ago, because it's been so long since I just played the game normally. I didn't know these got put in, and so I was just like flying under the world, going like, "What's under the world now?" And it's like I found this room. It's like, "What is this place?" I've never seen this place before, and then I played it for real. I was like, "Oh, right,
yeah,
that's where Gremlin is."
Oh, that's a mean suggestion.
What?
So did we get what we needed?
Make the change the final build of the game to just move all of the shards around, just to spite all the QA guys.
Oh God.
Don't worry, agents. We'll figure out why Babylon's here and how to stop
fun
him.
being out of the ark.
In due time.
Yeah, that was thinking of like where, you know, all the cores and stuff are. We did a stream a while ago, like at least a year ago. We had some people from QA do a speed run of Get Out of Hell, and like they knew like the optimal upgrade core things to get, like flying through the city, like get through it as fast as possible. It was nuts. Okay, yeah. Quicksand's good.
Does this make me a field agent?
All right. Yeah, it looks like we got just enough time to actually unlock Rama here. Let me just... Yes, I do like the boom harpoon. That is also great. I think I still like that more. Generally, when I'm upgrading agents, at least these 3 starter ones, I always just focus all the points into just one stat because there's always one, for me at least, when I'm playing, where it's like, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one I really like.
I do the same thing.
Although, I mean, you know, it's not super stressful putting points into it because it's like, oh, I want to change it. You can just respec them at any time.
You might as well do it right the first time.
You might as well do it right the first time just so that you can feel all satisfied and stuff, but no pressure. All right, let's actually play through Rama's Unlock here.
As an immunologist, I was a hunter, tracking the sources of disease. Then a man-made plague hit Mumbai, spreading like wildfire across the subcontinent. Somehow, the madman of Legion infused the virus with the unholy power of dark matter. So I stole their medical technology, but there was just too little of it. And I had a nation to heal. Then came an offer that may one day help me capture all the Legion medicine I need. I do not trust Persephone, but I will risk anything to avenge my country and cure my people.
That was one of the earlier, like, finished cutscenes we got. And that was, like...
Of course, Friday. What do you need of me?
May have been the first one I saw that, like, got me really excited for, like, the rest of the cutscenes.
Sedan, but with quarter mile, who knows? You might get stuck with a pickup truck.
Littering in the temple area.
Watch out! I'm fine.
So who do you usually run with in your squad once you've got everybody unlocked?
I see the AR beacon now. So, what is going on?
Probably...
We have reason to believe that Legion's Ministry of Pride is far more embedded in Soul than
hard because I go back and forth a lot, but I'm gonna say Braddock and Scheherazade are 2 mainstays for me.
Okay.
I switched the 3rd one out a lot, but I do like using Kingpin quite a bit.
I need you to crack into some access points we have identified and feed me some
Usually
data.
for me, it's Rama for long range, and then Yeti just because I love how he pogos around for double, triple jump.
Yeah, his traversal's really great.
Yeah. There's just something so satisfying about him using his gun as a pogo. I always wanted a mode where you could just have infinite double jump.
Yeah, I've actually been, like, going to a couple different places just trying to, you know, see people who are playing the game right now and just curious to see what agents they really like. And a lot of people are way into Rama, it seems, just because her bow's really good.
Yes.
Establish a connection to your SIN, hack through the security protocol, and I'll handle the rest.
Really good too.
Her traps are super good. Like, yeah, everything she does is really great. And the only, like, major downside she has is that she doesn't have a lot of health or shields.
Stay close to the access point. Stray too far, and your comm signal becomes too weak to carry the data.
Focusing on these shots a bit. Oh, I got him. Nice.
Nice.
Because yeah, when you go up into the higher difficulties, her Rama's, like, fragility becomes more apparent. But I mean, that just means you have to get. It just kind of changes the way you have to play her. She still stays really good. It's just you have to
jab more.
Yeah, it's a lot more like going into stealth, taking a one really good headshot, and then, you know, either switching away or going back into stealth if it's already available again from his cooldown. That's my favorite thing with Rama 2 is that, like, specifically, it's just shooting people dead while in the air. Just waiting for the crosshairs to go over them while you're falling. Like that.
Yes.
It's my favorite thing about Rama.
Nicely done. I've updated your location with another access point. While you head there, I'll work on decrypting this.
Friday, may I ask you something?
Of course.
I've been an agent for some time now. I was, after all, one of the first to join.
And your service has been exemplary.
But I did not join Mayhem to hunt down Persephone's old friends. I am here to save the people of Mumbai.
I see what you're getting at, Rama, but our current objective is finding Dr. Babylon in Seoul.
But the plague is in Mumbai.
I understand. I can talk to Persephone.
Thank you, but I am perfectly capable of speaking to her myself.
Of course. As you wish.
I'm also just a big fan of the way that, like, you get out of cars in this game. It's like, you know, you're going real fast, and it's like, I just want to jump out. Like, I forget the name of the movie, but there's some Bollywood movie that has a scene where a dude just does that.
Yeah.
Like he does a stunt where he just drifts and they just, like, casually walks out the driver's side door.
Oh, well, see, that's even been done in American films, too. Have you ever seen Red?
No? What's Red?
Red, starring Bruce Willis. Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God!
Bruce Willis and
year is
and
this
a half
from?
dozen.
It was only like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
5 years ago.
What?
Oh yeah, like maybe 5 years ago was when was Red 1, and they even made a Red 2.
Oh my God! I have not heard of these movies at all. That's weird.
Oh, you have a treat in for you then if you go check them out. If you're a fan of classic action films,
Exactly. You know what to do.
In Red, Bruce Willis plays as a retired spy.
Okay.
Who ends up having to sort of get back into the swing of things.
Huh.
Through circumstances beyond his control.
I am pretty into, like, I really like Bruce Willis, and I feel like he's just, you know, not in stuff as much. And it's just like, whenever it's like Bruce Willis, it's like, oh shit.
Yes.
Mike
Wilson saying,
Mike
you're
Watson,
coming over this weekend.
Mike Watson just sent me, just like, you're watching Red this weekend.
Yes, and John Malkovich.
Wait, what? John Malkovich is in it?
Yes.
What the fuck is this movie?
One of the greatest things Hollywood has ever created.
Hey, it's another one of my cutscenes I did. Hooray!
So how long did it take you to get them to do the animations when you wanted them?
So, it's interesting. So the way I did it is we have really nice capture tools. I'm sure at some point in the future I'll have a screen where I just talk about what our in-game capture tools are like, but they are similar to the ones that we've shown in previous streams with, like, Saints Row 3 and 4. We have a separate camera that you can detach from player one and control with the second controller, so that one person can still be doing stuff while you're moving the camera around. And it glides real smoothly, and it kind of like has an ease, like it tilts a little bit when you move it. Some of the code, at least back in Saints Row 3 and 4, was based on the flight code from Descent. It still feels like Descent when I use the capture camera in this game too, so who knows if the code is still the same. I would have to ask somebody else, but
it might still be called Descent camera.
Yeah, it feels really nice to use. I haven't been told this personally, but our previous video editor has said that he's talked to people before, and they've told him that, like, we have some of the best capture tools, like, around, apparently.
That I mean, and not just capture tools. I mean, it seems like I hear all the time from people who leave Volition and then go on to move and then go on to work elsewhere in the industry, that our tools are usually very, very good relative to other studios. Other studios are really producing. I mean, they produce excellent work, but they totally brute force it through just sheer man hours.
Right. Yeah. But to answer your question, how, like, I was capturing those cutscenes is I basically figured it out on my own. Is that like, normally, like, if you want to just do, like, this animation, the cinematics team would do that.
Yeah.
But the thing was, the cinematics team was making tons of cinematics already, so we need to be able to do this without too much of their help. So what I was doing was I figured out a lot of dev commands on my own that would allow me to essentially...
Is that right?
I can't do it because this is just the retail version of the game. But I made a bunch of custom hotkeys. The whole number row is just dropping each different enemy type. So I can just drop the enemies where I need them. I can stage them where I need them because I have another hotkey that enables passive AI, so they won't come and attack me, and they'll just stand where I place them.
Okay.
And then I can also target individual... whoops. Fucked up that truck. I can target individual models and then tell them to play a certain animation of theirs.
Okay.
And so what I would do is I would target the NPC, hide all the like debug targeting HUD stuff, which I had to have somebody like make that a custom command that just got rid of that stuff for me, because normally there was no reason to get rid of it, so why would there be a command to make it disappear?
Right.
And then I would bind play this animation to different keys on my keyboard, so then it's like, okay, I need like that previous intro with the swarm trooper like jumping off. I would just spawn them on top of a building. While they're in passive AI, just shoot an arrow at a wall because that makes them flinch and get in. Like the instant I hit this key, they'll go right into combat mode.
Right.
I just move Rama to where she's supposed to be, so that they immediately jump off, come running at me. Camera angle cut so that then I can get a different take of the enemy in basically roughly the same place, and just press a key to make them do their flipping animation, then press another key to make them do this other. It was a lot of trial and error because you're kind of at the whims of the enemy AI, so I had to learn lots of like weird ways to trick the enemy AI into doing the exact thing I wanted, because I couldn't program them to like, I couldn't script them to do things.
Yeah.
The scripting as far as I could go was just like I hit the P key and they do a backflip every time I press the P key.
You are an eavesdropper. Friday, what am I looking at?
Oh, it's a spicy stir-fried rice cake. Quite delish, and very popular in Korea.
And you want me to stick my fingers in there to find your device?
Yes?
All right, let's hack the food.
That was disgusting.
But your sacrificing comfort will pay massive dividends, I promise. Oh, and Rama?
Legion troops, I know.
Yeah, some of the enemy intros I did some were really easy and some were extremely difficult. The Swarm Trooper one was like right in the middle. Originally that intro was gonna have several more Swarm Troopers further in the background jumping off from a higher building, but like getting them all to do that and replicating it each time I needed to reset it up was like, it was using up a lot of time that I need to be using to make more intros.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we're just gonna have one jump down. There was one or two that were like extremely difficult, to the point that I can't name them off the top of my head because I think I blocked them out of my memory, like how difficult they were, and I just go like, yeah, I made that and I'm happy with how it looks. I love Rama's intro mission because you just get put up against so many swarm troopers who have relatively a low amount of health, so you can just like plink away at them. They just all drop in one shot.
Yeah.
Boss?
Currently, yes, but perhaps not for long.
Oh, I see.
So, what has all my errand running yielded, Friday? Anything useful?
Oh, yes, loads. Babylon is in town, which we knew, but he's brought a bunch of his lieutenants along with him. Hammersmith, August Gaunt, Steel Toe.
And what are they doing here?
Well, that's still a bit of a mystery, I'm afraid.
We won't be able to see it in this stream. It's much later in the game, but when the Snipe Trooper gets introduced, is probably my favorite enemy intro I made, just because it's very the other ones have like, a normal style video game camera, was the Snipe Trooper one is like you just see like their snipe laser come in, and then like after they shoot, it's got like shaky cam like readjusting and zooming in on them from really far away.
Yeah.
I'm really happy with that one just because it looks like it's from a Bourne movie kind of, except with less shaky cam.
Yep.
It's a reasonable amount of shaky cam.
A less nausea-inducing one.
Yeah. Shaky cam and snap zooms are cool, but you gotta be careful.
All right, what am I looking for, Friday?
I don't know. Persephone put in these coordinates, not I. Just send me whatever's there, and I'll see what I can find.
You're picking up Legion, right?
You know me so well.
No, it's Legion who I know.
This is a good area for traps, though. It's just there we go. It's just there's so many of them here. Oh, I should save that. Oh, damn it! I picked up the star before I wanted to. Should use her mayhem here.
You brought this upon yourself.
I believe we talked about it on Rama's stream, but a lot earlier in development, Rama's role was kind of different. Like there's she was more of like a healer, in that her special, instead of like putting down these traps, was like putting down a little dome where if you stood inside it, it would heal you, or other agents that stood inside it. Although that functionality is still kind of in the game, because like one of her gadgets you can get helps heal agents faster whenever she's in the squad and has it equipped.
It's
Details on the Mumbai plague. I received word that Babylon had moved samples of the plague here to Seoul. I wanted to surprise you with it, but when you got testy... I may be a thief, Rama, but I always hold up my end of the deal.
I see.
So, are we good, Rama? Or are you handing in your 2-week notice?
No, Persephone. We are good.
Excellent. See you back at base.
Yeah, that's unlocking Rama. First agent that like you unlock after the starting 3, and I feel like she's one a lot of people keep around for a while, at least judging from what I've been reading on the internet. It is really interesting to see people talk about like what their favorite combos are, because there's a couple that come up a lot, but then there's like certain combinations where I'm like, really? Okay. It works for you. I see a lot of people bring up Braddock a lot right now, too. A lot of people seem to like... I mean, Braddock's one of the ones I keep around a lot, too, because her armor-piercing special is extremely good and really accurate. It's really good for any big enemies or, like, boss fights, which... in later streams, we will be seeing. We'll be playing AOM in further streams, just because, you know... We still haven't seen GAT yet, which we will hopefully be streaming next week. We were going to be streaming some GAT gameplay this week, but the people responsible for working on him are like all out right now. So yeah, hopefully next week we'll be streaming and talking about GAT. We have our other DLC character Lazarus coming out later, so there'll be a stream with her once she releases. Or is getting close to release. And then, yeah, like, we haven't really seen too many, in the streams, we've been focusing on the agents so much. We haven't really seen any of the boss fights yet, and I feel like the boss fights are some, like, the coolest parts of our game.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll definitely be taking a look at, like, all the villains and stuff, too, because there's a couple boss fights that I think are really cool. Specifically, August Gaunt is one of my favorites, I think.
Yeah, his is very over the top.
Yeah.
Much like his personality.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of August Gaunt in any of our streams yet, so I'm excited for people to see him, because he... Oh my god, I need to rescue this person.
Oh jeez.
Shoot the bomb. Use a safety ball device on that
off
poor
this building.
person first. Wonderful. Now go ahead and blow up the bomb.
Oh god, where'd they go?
Oh!
Okay. I want to see how long I can keep them bouncing for. Well, I can at least chase them. Oh, they might have teleported away by that point, actually. Safety ball whisked them away to somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, no!
There he is.
There he is! Oh, no, he's in the hands of even more Legion. He's playing volleyball with this innocent person.
New sport.
Well, that certainly did the trick. One less thing we need to worry about now. Thank you, Agent.
Okay, I think they're safe now. Quote unquote. It looks like we're just a little bit past 5 here, but also I really like the effect for when these screens get broken. I don't know if anybody's really noticed them before, but it looks really cool.
Yeah.
We have some there's some like secret paths that you can activate throughout the city that let you like go between rooftops more by like repositioning the floating billboards and stuff to jump on them, and they're all like big screens too, so like when you jump on them too hard or something, like they all crack like that too, which is really neat.
Nice.
Yeah, if I could remember the position of that one dancing pit, I would go to them too, but I feel like it was, God, I can't remember. It was somewhere in the southern part of the map, but I can't quite remember where. It would take too long to find, I think.
There's a lot to the southern part of the map.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that area, so. But yeah, that's like the first...
Hey, Tech, I gotta ask you something.
What's that, Fortune?
It's about Redcard. You guys hang out, right? Does he ever, mention me? Outside of work?
Not that I can think of, no. He did mention Glory kind of weirds him out sometimes.
Oh, good. Yeah, good. Thanks, Tack.
Nice.
Nice, I say, both grabbing a crystal, having a conversation with my friend.
I'm not sure how many of those there are, but
there's a lot.
There's a ton. Between all the agents.
I was talking to Jeffrey Bielowski, one of the writers here, several weeks ago. I was just like, we finished up a stream and he was there, and I was asking him like, talking about like the GAT DLC, and I was like, I didn't know. I was like, wait, does GAT get conversations like these too, even though he's DLC? He's like, oh yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has conversations with every combination of agent and character, just like everyone else. So yeah, he told me how many lines there were for that stuff. I forget how many, but it's a lot.
Yeah,
it is a lot. It's seriously impressive to me, like how much dialogue there is just for running around the city, and also for the loading screens. There's like a huge amount of PSAs. It's not the same amount per character, but like I know some of the agents have like 5 to 7 different PSAs, and even that alone, there's 12 agents. So, man. But yeah, that's the first hour of our game. We'll be on and off streaming, other stuff from this and all that. So if you're curious, hang around. We'll still be streaming. We moving to a new stream room soon-ish. Once things are finally calmed down, I have time to move lots of stuff. So yeah, I look forward to the new environment. Maybe one day we can get a green screen. I would love that. Just make everything look like a...
Can we paint the couch green too?
I mean, maybe. If we just always want to look like we're floating.
Hey.
If we want to look like a bugged NPC in an invisible car or something,
That would be...
That would actually be...
That would be very apropos.
Yeah.
Then it can be like
that was an actual bug that shipped in Saints Row 1, actually.
That was a...
if you outraced the streaming system...
Right, yeah.
And you got outside of a streamed-in zone before the game streamed in the next zone. You'd just be stuck there, floating midair.
Yep. Yeah, it was... It was something much earlier in development for this game too, but when we were doing all those previous streams for the agents, we would end with, showing off some funny bugs from development. And yeah, there was an instance where somebody was driving in like the final mission of the game, I think, and they were Jewel, and the car they were in was completely invisible. So it was just her like awkwardly like this, just going around doing like flips and stuff. It was really great though. Yeah, that's Agents of Mayhem. If you are curious about the game, if you're in America, it's out right now, and it's out worldwide on Steam, and for everybody else in the world, it comes out tomorrow on Friday. And if you're curious about seeing like any of the other behind-the-scenes stuff for AOM, we've done a lot of streams, one for each agent, as well as a couple other things. I had a cool talk about all the animation, how that was done for the agents in the game. Those are all on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/VolitionTube. These streams go up about a week after we broadcast them, usually go up on the following Wednesday. And yeah, we stream every week on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific at twitch.tv/DSVolition. If you want to know more about AOM and all that, got those social media channels and all that, like, everybody. It's at AOM The Game on Twitter, AOMthegame.com for our website, and we are also AOM The Game on Facebook. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Josh Stinson, the video editor here at Volition. On the couch we had...
Randy Nash, technical designer.
Stephen Horn, programmer.
We had Mike Watson, our community developer, monitoring the chat and just talking to everybody all the time. That's what happens when the game comes out. Everybody freaks out. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week, hopefully with more Johnny Gat stuff. If not, we got other cool stuff to show off too. I'm really happy that we got to show off the Steamboat Willie Easter egg. I guess that's what you would call it. I don't know if there's like an official name for that thing, but I just think
that is definitely the unofficial.
Yeah,
that is definitely the unofficial internal name for it.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next week. Hope you enjoyed the game. Later, everybody.
Bye.